did. It was awesome. Super fun. And it died. That's basically all I can say. The shows were great everywhere we went.
Surpassed all expectations.
What?
Spring. I think it was like spring.
April-esque. March?
I'm gonna go say March.
June?
Coming up on summer.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
not-
definitely March. It was only March. Yeah, it was a great time.
What was it like doing the tour after like so many years after the initial album release?
It was, I mean, people had been asking us to do that tour for quite a while, and so, it just, I think it was, 5.5 years or something? Like, we didn't necessarily do it right on the 5-year mark, but we just, like, our schedule wouldn't permit it, and so we wanted to do, like, a proper tour for it, and so, yeah, I mean, it was cool, like, I feel like it got a lot of old Lydia fans out with some of the new guys and new Lydia fans, and it was cool to see everybody like together.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like some of the older Lydia fans like maybe I don't want to say hate on new Lydia fans or like the opposite way, but like I don't know. I feel like the old Lydia fans are very passionate about their like connection to the old Lydia stuff. And so they hold that, like with all the tattoos and stuff, they like hold it very close. And it's just, that'd be cool to get everyone out into like the new Lydia, and we played a bunch of new stuff as well. So it was fun. I don't know. Overall, it was just really
I think we played like 19 songs. It was pretty...
Played a long ass set.
It was cool playing the record from start to finish because a lot of those songs we had never even played like all really together, you know, just because we kind of just play like the fan favorites or whatever. So it was fun musically playing things that we haven't played. And
yeah, because you couldn't really sidestep a song. You couldn't be like, hey, this isn't really working. Like we had to figure out how to play it, you know, because we had to play the album.
What was your favorite song to perform on that tour?
off of Illuminate, I'm going to go ahead and say... I'm going to say One More Day, just because we never played it. There's a real cool piano part.
Yeah.
There's cool guitar parts.
Everybody gets a little shreddy in that.
Yeah, everybody
we're not really
gets...
shreddy
yeah,
people.
we're not shredders. Like, we never try to, like, write a song and somebody's like, check out this guitar part or whatever, so... There's
Every now and then it's nice to, you know, dust loose the cobwebs.
Remind yourself that you can shred if you put your mind to it, you know, but... that was mine. What was your favorite one to play?
I don't know. Yeah, that was a fun one to play.
Shred. I didn't think I'd ever say that again. Shredding so hard.
Just getting way shreddy.
I don't know why that just makes me think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The shredder.
Shredder, yeah.
Shredder. It's gonna start calling you the shredder.
Please don't.
No, it's gonna grab that binder.
I'm gonna start calling you the shredder.
From your last headline, I totally trust you to pick the best headline.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll find a good one. Okay, total side note. You guys are like super awesome for not breaking on that because I was laugh the entire time.
When they were singing harmonies,
It's,
you gotta get those vocals warmed
We've
up.
heard it all.
Professionals.
I've heard much worse.
We're probably worse than that. We all just walk around yelling at the top of our lungs for 30 minutes before we play.
Yeah, that's how we warm up.
Shut up!
You guys also went to the UK this year.
That was cool.
How was it? Was it you guys' all first time in the UK?
It was our first time. We just got back like a month and a half ago, maybe.
Something like that. Amsterdam also.
Yeah,
That
we
was
played a
neat.
show in Amsterdam.
We did Amsterdam, and then I woke up in France and went to the UK. That was cool.
Yeah, that was weird.
We didn't actually play in France. We were just there because,
Were we in France?
just briefly. When we got onto that ferry, crossed over the English Channel. That was neat.
Yeah, at like 4 a.m. we were crossing the English Channel and the sun came up. It was crazy.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah. But the shows, I mean, it was obviously super cool to play. There's a handful of Lydia fans over there who've been waiting for us to come for a long time. And it was nice. It wasn't a headliner, so we got to play in front of a bunch of people who didn't know who we were. And then we had fans, so overall it was a super good tour for us.
Was there like one particular place where you had really passionate Lydia fans that were just like, yeah?
I mean, there was, I would say there's a couple dozen of people that just followed the tour.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they weren't necessarily just Lydia fans, but there was, I mean, I don't know, maybe somewhere between 15 to 30 people that were just like following the tour
Every show.
and so like those were cool. But yeah, I mean, there was definitely some passion on us.
London
Lydia
was
fans.
incredible.
Yeah, London was awesome.
That blew my mind. All of the places blew my mind. The fact that like we're over there playing music across the Atlantic, that's crazy in itself. But I remember London being an excellent time, especially.
Yeah,
I
it is
FaceTimed
cool
my
to
mom.
it is cool to keep that in mind. Yeah,
I FaceTimed my
over
mom.
there.
It was
It was
sick.
fun. Yeah, it was awesome.
What was some of your favorite places over there? Like anything that really sticks out?
Amsterdam was incredible. The second I have a whole bunch of money to blow on a vacation, just the city, the architecture, everybody's so
Yeah.
freaking nice over there. They all speak English, so that's very helpful.
What was that city with we played on the boat?
Bristol.
Bristol.
That was a cool place,
I
man.
like Bristol. Not necessarily like the boat was cool.
I didn't like the boat at all.
I didn't necessarily
I was
love the
getting a little-
boat, but like the city was really cool. Bristol was awesome.
Yeah. Everything was like in walking distance, and I was
Yeah.
like,
And it was like that river. There was a bunch of rivers going through.
Yeah.
It's cool.
they were just up to way cooler stuff like 500 years ago than we were. Like all the buildings and
Well, they
just
didn't
like
have TV.
It's just a cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool country. I enjoyed it.
looking forward to going back. At some
I
point.
just saw you like rub your tummy and did you get some like motion sickness on that?
We played a boat. It just, yeah. It made me really uncomfortable because 30 minutes before the doors opened, they like locked all the doors and I was trying
Yeah.
to get off and I was freaking
Dude,
out a little bit.
I tried to get in and they wouldn't let me in.
You
Oh, it was
couldn't get in
terrible.
or out of the boat. It was kind of yeah. it
And
was
we were
weird.
we were direct support for the main, so when we played, we were sitting. When they played, we were sitting in the green room, and the green room was at the front of the boat, and it was a fast song, and everybody in the crowd started jumping, and I'm just back there, and you kind of feel the boat do this.
Yeah.
Just, gotta get the fuck out of here. This is terrible.
It was weird.
Oh man, that sounds terrifying.
No offense to anybody working at Thecla if you see this. I love you.
Did you guys have any other like really memorable moments from that tour?
The whole thing. It was crazy being there. You know, like we play all these like crazy shows and stuff, but I'll always remember after London, I couldn't fall back to sleep on the bus. We're not bus people. It was really weird. The air conditioning was out, so that sucked. But I walked up to the front of the bus, and you know it's a big old front window, and the bus driver's driving the bus, and I sat down there, and I just like had a bottle of Jack and sat there and asked the bus driver about all his crazy stories and watched him drive through London. That place is nuts. I wouldn't want to drive there.
How did you do that?
You did that?
Yeah, it was like midnight after London.
When? After London?
Yeah, I just sat there and drank Jack Daniels while he drove.
What was his name again?
Jim from Derry.
Jim.
I couldn't understand a single word he said, but it was awesome.
Fair enough. Sometimes you gotta like break him in a bottle with the bus driver.
Yeah, pretty much. You want this?
Oh shit! That was the night that you and John told me about the next day. He's like, he's like, yo, like John came up the next day. He's like, yo, me and Keller were drinking the bus driver, and every time that I would take a swig, I'd hand it to Keller, and he'd hand it to the bus driver, and Jim would go, "Fuck off, mate."
Yeah, John was up that night too. That was hilarious.
Sorry. So you mentioned that you didn't understand anything he was saying. Like, did you guys have a hard time understanding like the different words, or was it
No,
just
he was just had an especially
Yeah, he
thick
had a
accent.
very
Yeah.
like. If you imagine, do you watch Sons of Anarchy at all? There's a
Scottish guy.
Yeah, the Scottish guy on that show, like he has even more Scottish
Multiplied
accent
by
than
like English and Irish.
He sounded
Yeah.
like that guy on Waterboy, the coach guy. He's like,
yeah, you can understand like one out of every 5 words.
And he slept in the little cubby hole under the
Yeah, that was
bunks.
kinda weird for sure.
Usually bus drivers in the States get a taxi to the hotel, and there's just this little cubby hole across the way from the bathroom
Little
that he had to
hobbit
like
hole.
walk backwards and crawl into, and
Dude, it was kind of strange.
looks like a
I mean,
little
he was
death
the shit,
trap.
though.
He was a
Yeah.
cool guy. I appreciate
Cool-ass
him.
guy.
Jim from Derry.
Shout out to Jim.
Shout out. So you guys are working on your next album right now. Is there anything that you can share about that, or tone, mood, anything?
I think at this point we're keeping it relatively secret what we're doing. It's gonna be super cool, but we have some songs done.
We're trying really hard to write super duper good songs.
And-
That's all I got for you.
Yeah. Well, we have. We're trying to. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. We're doing some songs and things and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's definitely different than anything that we've done.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a different release type of thing for it. But we already have 3 of the songs tracked, like fully done and on tape, and then we'll be finishing it for the spring. It'll be done by the spring.
We're all really excited about it.
Yeah.
We are too. Do you guys have any plans to have guests on any of the tracks, or just gonna be guys?
Maybe.
Never know.
We still have about 9 tracks to put on paper, and so might call up my friend Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Bono, if you're watching this.
Yeezy, dude.
Get some Yeezy on there.
Some Yeezy all on your sofa.
Kind of going off of that, because I know we talked about who you guys would love to do some music with. Who would you guys like to go on tour with? You guys toured with the Maine a lot. Anybody that sticks out?
Like, kind of like current bands in our era, or like if we could go on tour with any band.
Both.
You two. I'd love to go on tour with you two or Coldplay.
Yeah. I don't want to go on tour with you two.
You telling me you'd say no to that? Let's
I
go play
wouldn't
some
say no
stadiums
to it,
real
but
quick.
it's not like I want to fucking go on tour with you two.
You two.
You choose you two?
Coldplay also.
Yeah. I would like to do a tour with Death Cab for Cutie. I think that would be awesome.
That's your number one.
Not my number one, but for bands, I feel like in reach. Like, I mean, we're not gonna go on tour. We're not gonna go on tour with you two. I'll tell you that much. But
What else you got?
I don't know. There's just so many bands, you know.
I'd really like to do Ozfest.
I'm just gonna hang with that one and
Yeah.
point this mic in your direction.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
John Mayer.
Fuck yeah. I mean,
Good answer.
I think we can all agree on John Mayer. We would like to tour with John Mayer.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know. I mean, if you're looking for a reasonable answer, I don't think we have really anything
Yeah.
like that. Like,
We don't have any reason.
we're basically just naming superstars at this point.
You guys have played in LA a few times over the last few years. Is there anything you guys really enjoy doing when you guys are over here?
I lived here for a year and a half. So, I don't know.
It's not like we've all been here so much. Arizona's so close.
Yeah.
It's just like LA. We come here.
Yeah,
it's very cool, you know. It's every time I pull off in the sunset, I'm just like, whoa, LA! Oh my god!
Yeah, it's crazy coming here, but
But yeah, we don't really do. We're not people who do stuff.
We don't do things.
We don't do things.
I mean, we try. Do you guys live in LA or no?
Yeah, well, I do.
Okay. Yeah. At home, we don't do stuff. We don't really do stuff on tour. Every now and then somebody new comes out with us and gets really bummed because we don't want to go sightsee.